I'm a running gun from the break of the sun. Gotta cut them off and get in front. I can't sit in a trance, I'd take the chance till I find one that wants to dance, son. Sometimes I wonder about my never-ending hunger for chasing thunder.
All right, welcome back. Here's some of the sweetest sounds you'll hear. Mossy Oak's Turkey Season Live, free, right here every Monday night on the Mossy Oak GO App. How sweet is that? I hope we're spoiling all y'all out there, because it's a lot of work. Hey, let's jump right into it.
Red, white, and blue, heads, beards, and spurs. When he flies off the limb, I'm gonna rock his world. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, longbeards are gonna die.
All right, guys, we are on the road, headed to South Georgia. We're leaving a few birds here, but tough conditions. They got some rain today. I think we might get that rain next couple of days. So we're headed south, sunshine. It's full spring down there. Turkeys are strutting down. Around here, it just still feels like almost February. The weather feels like February. The birds are acting like it's February. Let's give them a little more time. Go to South Georgia for 3 days. We're gonna go down there the first week at some point anyhow. So, and meet up with my buddy Paul. 5th year in a row we've hunted. We've always had luck. We've always had success. He's got as many birds down there now as he's ever had. Should be a good hunt. It takes about 4 hours to get down there, so that's a little bit of a ride. I gotta tell him I got 2 orders because I had to go back and get Paul some. He wants 6 of them, which I can't say that. I mean 4.
The boys is finally here.
Lot have mercy, it took us all night to get here. Somebody order 6 crystals with cheese.
That'll be me.
Midnight crystal run. Just got these in the mail. First morning down here.
You probably get in that ditch over there, son.
Near the Okefenokee Swamp. They got me going down some back roads. Ready? You got your chair. Set up on the edge of this peanut field. We had a heck of a walk in. It was through a swamp almost, and then we got in this peanut field, had about a foot of silt in it. Just rained like, how many inches? 5 inches. 5 inches or something the last couple of days. But we got birds that have been in this area. They've been using this peanut field a lot. They just dissed it under last week, so Paul thinks they're either roosted to the right, and those big pines are over here to the left, but there's been 7 longbeards in here within the last month at one time, so it's a little bit of a different strategy than what we usually do down here. I've never hunted a field this big in South Georgia. Thankfully we got this Avian X, the new strutter decoy out here making this maiden voyage. I'm a little surprised they haven't gobbled yet though, to be honest. I just heard him right there. Way to the left. Gobbling at that goose. He finally hammered it. Those geese that flew over. Sounds like he's about 300 yards to our left. Paul watched this field Friday morning. He got in the field about 7:45, so the big question is, how many hens is he gonna have with him? Oh, they're flying down the field. I think it's them. Another flew down. I think it's like 5 toms. Yeah, there's turkeys. Look, they're still coming down.
turns. Yeah, there's the one that gobbled to our left, I think. We had a heck of a show there. We're in here hunting one bird to our left, a big bird. Hens start flying in the field. I see a jake, and then 5 longbeards emerge. Just to see that many longbeards together in Georgia is something I haven't seen in years. All right, I see a decoy now. Is he kind of coming this way, it looks like, huh? You all let them all get in here? Hold on. Ready?
Oh man, that's the best luck we ever had the first time.
That goofy old gobble tube. I missed you on the first shot. I guess I stunned him. Thank you, Lord.
Thank the Lord. Pressure's done off and we got a lot of birds to hunt with.
Okay, well, we're sitting there and those birds, and I was just telling the camera, they wasn't gonna come out regardless. And Paul's like, I'm gonna hit this gobble tube. I was like, I mean, it's 1985. Who knows what flavor it is, but so I started yelping, cutting, he starts doing, and they get fired up. And then within a minute, they're out in the field, and I noticed the lead bird changed a little bit, and Kyle's like, yeah, look at his head pop white. And sure enough, he walked right to us, and then the other ones wasn't gonna let happen. And 3 of them came in, one of them stayed back, or 2 of them stayed back. It was just 3 in decoys. And then, but there was a 6th bird out here. They were running that, I think that was the jake, wasn't it? They were running off. First bird of the year. If we've ever killed the first morning, I don't remember. If it was, it wasn't this early.
The first year, the first of the 4 straight you've come. Now
Yeah.
We killed over there at the blueberry farm.
That's right. It was late morning though. Well, let's go see what we got. Last year, me and Paul doubled on day 3, I think it was. He's shaking, I'm shaking. I was pretty calm on those birds. Usually when they're walking in, not strutting, getting quick, I'm pretty calm, but I started shaking when they got in. I'm shaking now. Look at this. Look at this. This is what we walked in all the way. Paul said we had a 200-yard walk, more like 500. No, they ain't 2-year-olds. Golly, look at that mess. Like 3-year-old birds.
Blood in the water.
Blood in the water. They come up there and pecked on it. They didn't do much to it though, did they?
This bird was.
Was he?
That first one.
Yeah, yours got pretty good. I'm stuck. Oh no. I thought last year we was crazy shooting them in that swamp. This is our streak, 5 years in a row.
5 in a row, 6 total.
Doing 5 in a row, 6 years. 6 years I've been coming down here hunting with Paul, and we've killed a bird. 6 years. Last year was like, man, one of these years we're gonna get a double, and now we got back-to-back doubles. So, and maybe might get another double. We got some more. Been hitting the camera, so we're gonna try to get on one this evening and see what happens.
You know, here at Mossy Oak, our passion for turkey hunting has been in our blood for a long, long time. And that deep-seated passion watered the roots for our very first camouflage over 30 years ago. And that passion is still growing today. with our National Wild Turkey Federation obsession pattern, which in our opinion is as close as you can get to disappearing in the spring woods. Mossy Oak Obsession, the official camouflage of the National Wild Turkey Federation.
Welcome back to Chasing Spring. This is episode 4, I believe.
Yep. Number 4.
We're still in Georgia, and after we had a great big first day on that Tuesday morning, we were sitting around eating white perch.
Yep. Oh man, those white perch.
Fresh,
So
white
good.
perch.
And we said,
Trey would not stop giving them to me though.
No, we're like,
I could not go to
hey,
sleep.
you want one more? No,
I felt like I ate a bowling ball.
he
He
didn't,
comes back with a plate that has 3 on it.
did he teach you how to eat them?
He did.
Oh yeah, no, he taught us how to eat them.
So we're sitting around eating some fried white perch, which we call crappie back home, but Trey said we weren't from far enough south to call them white perch. So I stand corrected.
The Mason-Dixon line.
That's right. Well, so we're eating crappie, or white perch, and Mr. Bobby said, what are we going to do tomorrow? And I said, whatever you want to do tomorrow. And he said, I'll tell you what, Miss Cindy needs to shoot a turkey. He said, she's been asking about going, and she has not ever been or even killed one.
Never been. Never heard one even
I cannot believe that.
You've never heard one gobble?
Unless it was on a farm.
Not like this? Oh, my word.
Anytime anybody tells me that, I'm like, oh my, you have lived.
Well, let me just tell y'all, they burned it down this morning. I mean,
The full experience.
whew, we heard some of the best gobbling I've heard in a long time. We had 4 birds. They were all spread out.
Yeah.
But I mean, they gobbled on the ground. I bet they gobbled 100 times this morning.
That's awesome.
All right, here we go. Gotta get Miss Cindy a turkey this morning.
No.
Yeah, he can.
Cody can
He's ready to go.
He's scared.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Right by the house. They done it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but it's a mile. But what you got there, she'll walk over.
Mr. Bobby knew exactly where those turkeys were roosted, and he hadn't scouted those turkeys, but when he heard them gobble, I tried to tell him that they were in 7 different places, and we finally got down this road, and I was like, they're right there, Mr. Bobby, and he said, yeah, I know, they've been there right there the whole time.
But they were pretty henned up too.
They really were.
Yeah.
Hens came in first.
Yeah,
Oh,
gotcha.
yeah.
We ended up having a hen sitting about 2 trees over from us,
Really?
and she pitched down, and she,
That's usually a good setup.
Especially if she's
I
the
was
only,
thinking she
especially
was
if
doing
she's
the
the only
yapping,
one.
How
Yeah.
can you mess this up?
well, she took out straight to all that gobbling, and we thought, golly. Well, one of those 4 birds ended up breaking out. And I wish I had $1 for every time I leaned over Mr. Bobby and said, do you think he's getting any closer? He was in these thick pines, and I mean, when he gobbled, the acoustics in there was just incredible. I mean, it felt like he was going to be a saber-toothed tiger, come out and just rip your throat out. I mean, he was tearing it up.
I love that, yeah.
Did you think he was going to come?
Amazing. Well, I wasn't sure.
Were you nervous?
I was very nervous.
I bet you were. I was nervous for you. I was carrying a gun, and the whole time I was telling myself, I don't even know why I have this gun. I'm not going to shoot. He got to about 100 yards, and he gobbled. And when he gobbled, you could tell that he had been in strut. And he'd come out of strut to gobble because you could hear everything rattle. Right, that whole reverberation and rattle.
My nerves were shot. I'm telling you.
I promise you, I think that we could hear him drumming for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Whenever, I shouldn't say the worst because it's the best.
It's always good.
But it's so painful because you're sitting there and you're like, I know he's. And when they drum, you know, he gobbles, you're like, he's right there.
Yeah.
But when they're drumming, you're like,
somewhere in here.
And we had just enough breeze this morning to where we both kept going. I think I hear him drumming.
Yeah, and then you start guessing, second guessing.
An acoustic echo in that thick woods, and it almost sounded like it reverberated kind of all the way around.
And then you have no idea.
And usually, if I hear him drumming, you better
you better be getting ready.
Well, he just, I mean, I don't know where we lost him hearing him drumming, but he popped out at about, 60 yards?
Yeah.
Mr. Bobby said, here he comes. And I mean, he came running. I mean, just trucking up there. Oh my word.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, it's not. It's a decoy. I believe she just rolled my decoy.
Did I?
No, I've been hearing that bird strut for 30 minutes. I'm telling you. Oh. I'm really happy. Congratulations.
But I thought I could hear you too. First time you ever went turkey hunting, first time we ever went deer hunting together.
I'll be dang.
Oh, baby, that's a beautiful bird, too. His beard's a little wet. Could he come through there?
Oh, I'm not.
You hear how loud he drummed when he went, boom.
Wow, look at that.
Look at the fella.
I mean, she stroked him.
Textbook hunt. You the luckiest thing I have ever seen. My brother.
I want a hug. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
I'm
just
so
freaking
excited. I'm still just a shaking.
But when she shot, after all the excitement died down, she said, dang. Kick. That's the perfect time to notice it.
Yeah.
You didn't know it, baby. That's what I was telling you that.
Didn't know it.
Well, I had a great time. And I got to be honest with you, I did not expect for it to unfold just like it did this morning. And I didn't expect for it to unfold like this twice the day before either. But I'm blown away. You guys have got a beautiful piece of property, and I mean, an amazing setup here. And thank you so much for your hospitality and all that you guys have done for us. Well, thank you for watching. This has been episode 4 of Chasing Spring Season 2. Make sure that you tune in next week at 7 p.m. Central Time on the Mossy Oak GO app for the live turkey block. Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir. Congratulations again.
Yes.
Yep. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Good job.
She's officially indoctrinated.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Messing in the decoy.
Sorry.
Oh no!
Well-
Look at all them holes in the decoy.
Well, baby, we'll have to buy him a new decoy.
These don't have to float.
Oh,
We're good.
I'm a running gun from the break of the sun. Gotta cut 'em off and get in crumb. I can't sit in a trance. I take the chance till I find one that wants to dance, son.
All right, we got another Cuz 411 coming up. Like I said, we don't always shoot the best stuff, but it's got a lot of 411 in it. That's information. It's 2 days left till the opening of the Florida turkey season and our wounded veteran hunt. And me and Brother Briggs, i.e. the Hammer, are headed down there. I'll just give you an update from time to time. We're gonna meet Keith Kelly, the Swamper, and Bubba in Okeechobee at lunchtime, and we'll meet up there and then follow them down to the range. So anyway, 2 days left. I'll keep you posted. Brother Briggs back there. We heard one in his territory about 3 o'clock and then put eyes on a longbeard. And we've up in my territory now, it's 20, 30 minutes before fly-up. And we saw 2 out in that orange grove right there. It's a big orange grove and it can be hard to hunt. And one's already across in the cypress swamp headed that way, so I got a good idea where they're gonna roost. So we got tomorrow morning to listen and kind of lay low and watch, get a direction. So far, so good. I'll keep you posted. Not the best morning. It is foggy. Very foggy. The place I'm listening for is up in there, and I've heard one turkey way back that way. That's not where I saw them yesterday afternoon. Left that spot alone because there's no need. I know where they went to roost, but I was hoping to hear some, and I have heard one, but he's way off, and he sounds like he's right by himself, so dropped a pin on him. But it is foggy and 58 degrees here in South Florida this morning. But anyway, I'm gonna keep snooping, and then midday I'm gonna go up there and build a little blind out of all these palmettos where I saw them turkeys easing to roost yesterday. So that's the plan. Foggy morning, South Florida. Now, normally we wouldn't go through that much trouble, would we, Zach?
No, sir, we wouldn't.
If it was me and you or me and your dad?
No, these veterans are special.
That's right. You never know. And, you know, like sometimes they're in a wheelchair, sometimes they can't walk far. But anyway, you kind of got to commit to a spot. It ain't like you're going to be up cutting and running. And to maximize them chances, you spend a little more time on the blind.
Yes, sir, you do.
That's Zach. That's Keith Kelly's son right there. Turkey thug in the making. He's probably already a turkey thug, but he's down here volunteering your time. God bless you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, one spot down, 3 or 4 more to go. You had to have a little apprehension coming down here. You didn't know what was going on. Tell me what was on your mind when you heard about this.
So, you know, a buddy of mine, Herbie Aguilar, called me and he said, hey man, what are you doing 5 to 8 March? And I said, you know, I don't know. I got track seasons coming up for my son. What's up? And he goes, well, I got a turkey hunt in South Florida. And I immediately said, I'm on it. Florida boy, born and raised here.
Close to here.
Yeah, close here, right up in Rockledge. Matter of fact, my father is from LaBelle. So my mother's from Clewiston, Clewiston and Immokalee. So kind of right around here. I've been in places like this. And then I joined the Marines. And next thing you know, I'm in North Carolina. And I go overseas. I'm in Japan. It's totally different. And then I'm in Hawaii. And then I'm back in Japan. And then it's to North Carolina. Then it's Iraq and Afghanistan. So I got all the fun stuff done. And then you're in the meat locker. And then I ended up at Fort Leonard Wood as an instructor. And then I retired out of North Carolina teaching officers again. And my wife got orders to McGill, and here we are, kind of back home. Is awesome. This is, to me, is really awesome. It's great to be around, I guess, like-minded people. You know, because when you're in, like for me, when I'm in the Marines, you're around like-minded dudes every day. And when I got out, I would say I kind of struggled a little bit because, like, you're going from, it's like you're in a drag race, right? You're like 1, 2, 3, boom, you're running, you know, 60, 80, 100 miles an hour. You're doing quarter mile, and sometimes you're just doing marathons. And then when you get out, you're sitting there at an idle at a red light, and you're like, what do I do now? Mm-hmm. You know, I take my boys to school, and then I go fishing, and then I'm like, crap, you know, what am I gonna do? So being around you guys and going on hunting trips and things of that nature just kind of, it really kind of just, I don't know, it makes me feel so much better that there's normal people like, I guess, like me around, right? And that's you guys. And just thanks for taking care of us. General West called me, and then I was just super excited. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I grabbed my shotgun, all my turkey hunting gear, anything and everything. If I had to sleep on the floor or in a hammock, I'd have done that. So I just knew it was somewhere in Fort Myers area, and here we go. I'm coming full steam. So, you know, firing up the truck, coming down and parking, and then getting everything out of the truck and just walking across the field and having that smell of the orange groves just kind of reminded me as being a kid in South Florida a little bit. And then, you know, getting set up, getting behind the blind and everything, getting that decoy set up. And then as the light, you know, as it starts to get a little more light out, you see, you know, a deer coming on by. There's a squirrel on top of us dropping stuff on our heads. You know, there's a turkey in the roost, you know, off to the left. Next thing you know, like a freight train, them turkeys are gobbling. So we're like, here we go. There's one that way. And then another one comes off. And then just the anticipation of, you know, that freight train getting louder is like pounding on your heart, like, here we go, any minute, here we go. And then that one comes up on the roost. And, you know, as we're looking over to the left, I'm like, he's going to come down. I've never seen a turkey come off the roost like that. I've seen him fly up, right? But I've never seen him come down. So as I'm looking over there, another turkey comes out, he flies down, and then you point over to the right. And as I scan over, I'm like, here we go. And then you said it, that's our one. So as I bring the gun on around, he's easing on through, bringing his head up, and there's that palmetto right in front of me. So as I'm sitting there, I'm just kind of leaning over a little bit more, leaning over a little bit more, and then, like you said, as soon as he popped that head up, boom.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thanks, brother. You're the man. You're the man, cuz. Golly.
I'm still strutting up there. Dude, did we sit down in the middle of them or what?
I think so.
Holy, what a show. Could you hear that thing drumming so loud?
I mean, you know, it started off with, you hear him like a train, and then a deer comes through, and then the squirrel's right above us. I mean, it's the smell of the orange. I love it. It's,
Filming him flying down.
that was probably the coolest scene. Come right on out of the roost.
Like, do you know how many people in their life will say that? Nobody ever sees that.
I've never seen that.
That's crazy. That one's still strutting over there. I'm trying to let them ease on, then we'll go get you. That's the big one. Did you see how long it's been?
I know. I get a little nervous. I'm like all excited. My heart's beating.
That's a horse right there.
Golly. Just super exciting. Just a beautiful morning. Sun came up, nice sunrise on a beautiful Florida morning. You know, bagging an Osceola, I don't think you can beat that. For me, you can't anyway. He's flopped over backwards like this.
Good.
Just kicking his feet.
That's that Apex TS.
Yeah, just folding him backwards.
It's crazy. He had to be 45 yards.
That's what I was saying.
Don't you think?
At least.
That's what happens with that stuff.
He just flopped back on his back, legs up. That TSS
Was it worth the drive?
Heck yeah, it was. I'd do it again. All day, I do it every weekend.
Holy cow, what a hunt. Man, we got lucky.
Well, here we are with our third installment of the Avian X Turkey Tour. And this one's back to the Show Me State. Here it is, Darren Haskell, our family doctor. We call him Doc. He's up to bat. He's trying to get 2 birds down in the Show Me State over those Avian X decoys. I think you'll enjoy how close these birds get.
That avian Jake drives him crazy. That was awesome.
Well, I
Iowa tags are filled, so now we're trying to find where to head for Missouri birds in the morning. Coondog and I are going to come on over here and see if we can't get some birds willing to talk to us, let us know where they're going to set up for the night. Hopefully we can get a drop on them early in the morning.
Doc is up to bed here in Missouri. It's a beautiful night. It's been raining on and off, but the sun came out, but it's getting cloudy again. But hopefully we can get some birds here. Alright. Sounds like we got a bird here. Maybe one or two birds in the corner. You might see us here in a blind in the morning, so stay tuned. If we don't roost nothing else, this might be the hot spot. Got a good strut zone.
Well, early morning here in Missouri. We were lucky yesterday, tagged out in Iowa. Came in yesterday evening. We roosted 3 birds within calling distance of this field. One of them's pretty far away, but the other 2 were sounding like they might be willing to work, so we're back here early morning, hoping to get one off the roost. That one's a close one. That is. So we've got 3 that we can hear in the timber off here to our north. We got 2 others off here to the east. They're starting to heat up here. Could get to be a good morning here in Missouri.
This is a classic northern Missouri setup. We have very rolly, hilly topography. A muddy blind popped up in the middle of this bean field. HDR Jake over the laydown hen. Coondog's doing some yelping.
Sound like there's 2 birds right behind us drumming.
Here comes a gobbler now. Yep, just stepped out.
So the key to these wide open field setups is to get the decoy where these birds like to go. But to do that, oftentimes you're visible while you're out there. So you have to get in there early morning before they can possibly see, get the blind up, get the decoys out, and get in and let everything settle down. If there's any light at all, it's not going to work.
One's going to come to our right. How far is he?
Bird was hung up at about 52, 53. Doc's got that SX3 from Winchester ready to rock and roll. Suddenly 2 Jakes show up, the hen starts to come in, and you know who's going to follow.
Hold it, hold it.
What a bottom, Doc! Pow, baby, pow! Woo! Awesome! Oh, man.
You hear these 2 drumming?
I know. They're drumming, circled around us. I was amazed when he came in with those 2 Jakes there. I was worried they were going to push him off. But man, he came in, he wanted to show who was dominant, and that is fantastic. That may be the first time I've had a hen cooperate that well and suck the gobbler right in here to those avians. I mean, amazing. They pulled him right in, kept him right here in front of us. Doesn't get any better than that.
No.
Oh,
Doc, that's a smash.
yeah.
A death scene right here, boys and girls.
Doesn't get any better than that, coon dog. Well, we've had another great morning here in Missouri. Came in last night, roosted 2 birds on this field. Decided this was our best bet for the morning. Came in before first light, set out the avian HDR and a lay down hen. Started yelping right at about 10 minutes before fly down, just to let them know we were up here. We had this gobbler come in. A few minutes later, a hen stepped out with him. He still couldn't resist these decoys. Had to come in and check him out. We had 2 jakes here. He still couldn't resist coming in. Finally, we had to let the Winchester talk. The Longbeard XR did its job and put him down.
This is a howler locator. Once again, the main body of it is out of wood, sycamore wood. And I think when you hear this call, it will be self-evident why I like it so much. I use it early in the morning to try and find a gobbler, but most importantly, I use it a lot at night to roost. Check this out for a locator call. It sounds so much like a coyote, it's unbelievable.
We got a cold morning. It's like 33 degrees. Cold wind. We're all dressed in our warm clothes. And we got several birds gobbling. Wade's working on his tacticam, getting it all set up. It's really, really chilly this morning. We're up here on top of this ridge. It's cattle pasture, so hopefully they leave this timber and come up to this area behind us. So our fingers are crossed.
All right, this morning we're hunting on R&J Outfitting's ground. This is a cattle pasture. We had talked to the farmer. He said, man, they've been strutting up here middle of the morning. So we went and set up where he told us he'd been seeing birds and just started doing some calling. We really appreciate Ray and everybody at R&J allowing us to go in there and do some filming. If you're looking for an awesome deer hunting opportunity in the Show Me State, call Ray at R&J.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're all coming up just there beyond the cedars. Right there. Yeah, I see him, man. All right, I'm going live. I'm live. Those others are coming up the ridge, too. He's gonna come to the decoys. It does. Yeah. Easy. He's coming all the way to the decoy. I'm going to go past you later.
All right, when they lock and they're coming, it always gets us so pumped, especially when we've got a point of view camera out there at the decoys. We try so hard to get the best turkey footage of anybody out there in the industry. And here's one of those instances where we are getting exactly what we want. Check out this stuff. It's in your face.
All right, we let him get by the jake. Dog, is he framed up? Whenever you want him. As soon as he turns, yeah. Yep, kill him. Oh yeah, those little gaggles coming. That was awesome. We got 2 more coming too. That was fun. That was amazing. Good shot, Don. He was going hard to those decoys. Oh, yeah. And there was all kind of movement in here too. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him real quick. Yeah, all right. There they are. I'm gonna see if I can get them gobbling, maybe pull another bird. All right.
We heard other longbeards gobbling, then we saw this group of jakes, so I tried to pull them in, thinking that the other longbeards might come. What happened next? Well, check it out. Well, congratulations, Doc. That was awesome.
That was a, boy, it was a cold morning, so, you know, we weren't really sure how much they would want to play with us this morning, but it wound up being a good morning to get up early, put on the warm clothes, and head on out anyway.
Cold temps, but hot action, Doc.
Oh, it was awesome. We heard a lot of gobbling this morning. It was unbelievable.
You guys went out and had an incredible hunt the other day in Missouri, and then followed up with this. I mean, both of these hunts were right over the avians, out of muddy blinds. So often when we get out on these humps where they want to strut and we put the decoys out, it really pays off.
Right. Yeah, you've got to figure out where they want to head, get in front of them, and make some magic happen.
Absolutely, it does. He came in and attacked that decoy. Then the show really got started after the jakes came in and started beating him up. It ended up being an incredible morning, and the avian turkey tour continues to roll on. These 2 hunts from Missouri were fantastic.
DeerCast is giving you the chance to hunt with Mark and Terry Drury. Head over to deercast.com to enter.
Listening to stuff, couldn't you?
He likes a little Tina Turner every now and then. Gets him right.
You see him with his muscle shirt on.
Yeah.
Listening to this stuff, drinking one of those IPAs. Man, we're getting a late start this morning. 2:40.
I thought 2:40 would be late.
Yeah.
Is he already catnapping back here?
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's surfing the web? Intraweb?
Surfing the interweb. Right on Tinder, swiping right.
That's right. You know, sleazy.
What's that? We're going to hear some turkeys this morning, boys.
Yeah, I think so. I sure hope so. I hope we hear something close enough to get on in there with. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
Well, we made the trip in here. We both shook up. If we was a yoo-hoo, we'd be about worth drinking about right now.
Yeah.
Y'all like them yoo-hoos? Mm. You got to shake the fire out of them things to get that chocolate off the bottom.
Sleazy loves yoo-hoos.
Yeah, I used to drink them all the time.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Sleazy used to celebrate a turkey kill with a yoo-hoo.
With a yoo-hoo?
Mm-hmm. He didn't keep him in his vest.
You know that ain't chocolate milk, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
It's a chocolate flavored drink.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you come to hunt Hawaii, you don't think about hunting like desolate, remote, isolated places.
Dangerous.
It's
dangerous.
That's exactly what you got here.
Yeah.
We got about another mile up this road that we're going to do afoot. And it's about 20 after 5 now, so we've been gobbling about 10 or 15 after 6, so we're going to go ahead and lace up and hit it. See if we can't get up there. The wind is blowing like, I mean,
it's
howling.
It's going to be cold.
May have to cinch them up a little bit tighter this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It is cold.
Day 2. Sleazy's up. The wind is getting it pretty good, but hoping these turkeys are used to it. We're gonna get in here and see if we can get close to one more. Sure would be nice. Tell us an update, Sleazy. The wind's kind of...
Trying to wait on the wind. Actually waiting on the sun to warm our old bones up. Through wind gusts, we might have heard a gobble, we thought. We kind of went, yelped a little bit. It's definitely short the second, third time.
He is,
long.
But unfortunately, he's the only thing we've heard. We've heard him 3 times now, so that means hell or high water, we're headed that way. Y'all see that dark spot of timber down there? And if y'all see them little black dots, that ain't turkeys, that's cows. That's how far away it is, but that's where that turkey's gobbling at. So, lace them up, boys. Been slow playing this gobbler because just dropping down on him little by little. He ain't gobbling much at all, almost. He gobbled 2 times. We moved in a little bit. We've heard him gobble 1 more time. But this has been over the span of at least 2 hours now, probably closer to 3 hours. So probably gonna drop down on him and give him another yelp or 2. And if he don't get his mind right, we're probably gonna start climbing back out because I'm just not sure he's gonna be worth the investment. He stood us up, he ain't hollered yet again. I don't know what, at least the other ones showed us the courtesy of not gobbling so he wouldn't send us down in there.
Oh, nice of them. No temptation on their half.
And this one felt like he needed to toss out a line, and he got us, boys. Hooked us good. That's a top lip job there. This is a rough one today, Sleaze.
Yeah, that's bully beat down.
Yep. We gave up our ace. Tried to go with a plan B, and didn't work out, did it?
Gentlemen, it works out in the long run usually.
Yeah. Taking the high road.
This might not work out like it did last time. It made it.
I didn't bring no ibuprofen again, you.
Ooh. Hell no.
Here we go.
Slow learners, Dave.
Little morning report here. By the end of this, beard of yours be all great, Dave.
Oh man, I look like Saint Nick.
Yeah. Come home, Courtney. Call you the Silver Fox.
Oh man. That'd be the nicest thing she's ever called me. I was laying in that bed last night. I was sitting there thinking, you know what? I can't wait to get back on them roads and have my brain shaking and guts turned and hips knocked out of line, and what do you know, here we are.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Damn.
Here we are, boys. Y'all suited?
That's quite a job.
Yeah, it is.
If you think you're just gonna whoop them by daylight and then go sip cervezas on the beach,
maybe everybody else does.
They probably do. You know, this is just normal for us.
I had me a good laugh this morning. I was getting my stuff out and I put a pair of swimming trunks in my bag, just in case something like that would have happened. That's comical.
Sideways, mist and rainy, whatever this crap is. 29 degrees. Jeez, I gotta get to walking, boys. Golly, I'm cold. Is that hands on the right I'm hearing? Is that hands I'm hearing to the right?
Is he on
on the top of that ridge. I think so, yeah. Looks like it's the only game in town.
Yeah. I think there's 2 turkeys in there.
Yeah.
One's a little farther than the other one.
Yeah. We're making her move up. We had a turkey that was gobbling fairly well, but he was way up and over. We dropped way down this morning because that's where I'd say the majority of the workable birds that were close enough to work have been. This morning they were all up. We start trying to make our way up there, and the turkey gobbled 2 times between us and the turkey that was gobbling the most, and we knew that. And we slow played it as long as we could, stopped and called a couple times, waited, listened. Nothing, and then we just break across this spot here and flushed them. We give them every opportunity in the world to gobble or let us know they was there, and they didn't. So. Decision. We can't get on a turkey that wants to gobble. The one down at the bottom kept gobbling a handful of times, but we had circled around in front of this turkey that hit the call 3 times, real just bam, bam, bam. But we got up here and kind of in front of him, kind of the way he was headed, and he went to call. We've sat here confident that we were in the right spot for probably 30 minutes and nothing. So, probably fixing to screw this up. So. Walked within probably 30 yards of a gobbler, the gobbler that we've been down here after, I'm assuming. We were laid down, heck, went to sleep. The whole 9 yards right down there. Probably 75, 80 yards. We walked this little narrow thing up, and he was squatted right there. Let us get all the way past him, and then pitched up and flew out. I mean, we've been within 100 yards of that turkey for the past hour and a half. Yelping a little bit, waiting on him to gobble on his own. I mean, the whole 9 yards. That white gobbler curse, maybe. Is it the curse of the ghost gobbler?
It's the curse of the white one.
Done awoken some demons, boys. Alright, so we have just kept keeping on, and we got down here to the turkey we heard and got to yelping and messing with him, and dang if we ain't got 2 other turkeys. It's just one of those situations, if you've ever hunted the big mountains of like the West, that's what this is compared to. It's huge, huge country, and you can hear turkeys for a long ways, and it may seem like, man, they're hearing 4 turkeys, how are they not killing one? Well, it ain't the same as hearing 3 or 4 turkeys. Yep. In Alabama or Georgia. Not that I can kill them when I hear 3 or 4 there either, but it's definitely different. Ready to spook some more, Sleazy?
I am. I'm getting to be a pro at it this trip.
We have chased gobbles in the wind for hours now. We just laid our eyes on them. They are See, I can't tell because stuff that looks like it's right beside each other is 580s to 760 yards. There's like hundreds of yards of difference or so far apart. We got 3 or 4 hours to get it done. But we found the turkeys that we've been pushing on. They're still 800, anywhere from 600 to 800 yards. Oh, God. And, well, like any decent turkey hunter would do, we're trying to figure out how to get within 40. Only 760 yards to go. But they can see real good, so we gotta be sneaky. Y'all thinking that clump of trees right yonder or something? Yeah. That's what I looked at. And hopefully they're behind that roll right there. I'll try to get to that. Just one more. Right there. I think they were just on the other side. We just heard a jake caulk. And there was a whole flock of turkeys, so we're gonna assume that was him.
Slade has got him a Hawaii gobbler.
Huh?
You got you a Hawaii gobbler, huh?
Got me a Hawaiian gobbler. Thank you, boy.
You got it, man.
Thank you, Lord. Did you get that?
I got it, boy.
Dude, I was watching you behind the bush and I just see you tracking him. Hey, boy, that's one of them turkeys ain't many people would have killed.
Hey, somebody killed him. All of them. Thank you, boy.
Where was he?
Right in front of the green bush.
Right in front of that green bush, that big old rock.
Oh, they must have took it forever.
Dude.
Man, I thought they was going to get by
They was fixing to go down in that
He's
hole.
he
They turned around and right by himself and come back. I said,
Was
Lord,
it one gobbler by himself?
one gobbler. There's probably 8 or 6 or 8
What's
hens,
the rest
wasn't
of the gobblers?
There's gobblers there.
Can you hear the one gobbling down here?
there? Yeah, and I think the water gobblers is up there. I could just keep hearing his. I could just keep hearing his boots on his rocks go. He's trying to get traction.
Did you have the turkey?
Oh yeah.
And when he
I
started
jumped
up
like
through
a
there,
son of a gun because I wasn't ready. I didn't know when he was going to go.
I should have stayed with him.
Yeah.
You got a perfect hide here, ain't it? How far was it?
21.
How far was it? What do you mean 21?
He's right in front of the bush. I'm going to say
Maybe.
45.
Maybe.
He had his
40,
head
yeah.
down. I said, I probably got him a little bit in the body, but it was on there. I touched it all.
Man, we left the truck. We left the truck at 2 a.m., son, and it's 4:30
p.m.
Yeah, 4:30 p.m. I've had one Cliff Bar all day.
I've had 2 nature valleys.
But there's more here. There's more here.
Oh yeah.
There's one goblin right down
I
there.
think there was multiple turkeys.
There was 6 or 8 hens and then him.
And one Jake.
Was there a Jake?
There was a Jake. The Jake gave them back suckers away.
He started to crawl around here. He said, lay down. I was like, oh yeah.
When I got to right here, I was like, man, them sun guns gonna hit the road. And then I finally seen them. They was up under that bush forever. And then I seen them start down.
I was rolling around every time he'd go behind one of the bushes. I'd be trying to make an adjustment so I could video it good.
When you guys first got up here, you turned around and told me that they were up on the hill. Did they,
They
come
were.
down?
They did. They just came straight down. Yeah. Yep. And he kept throwing that. He's a cautious son of a gun.
Some gun was snake, boy. I mean, wild as a buck.
Yeah, I'm talking wild, son.
He never went in the strut.
Nothing.
Nothing. Huh?
He just looked at them hens.
He was all business.
But the weird part was, did you see them fly up in that tree? Them hens flew up in that green bush.
Yep.
And he walked over there, and them turkeys started gobbling, and then I seen his head change color.
Then I seen him turn around and walk back this way.
Walk back this way.
Thank you, Jesus.
I was too. I was like, Lord, I don't ask to kill much, but I said, let him keep going that way.
Let's go get him, boy.
Oh my God.
What a hunt, man.
And when he come across them piles of rocks, I said, you on my side of the rocks now. I said, I can kill you.
Oh, man, that's fun.
Drag marks right here.
Yep.
Man.
Oh, God, man, did we work for that one?
Yeah, I appreciate you boys dragging the old man around out here.
We stuck with it, boy.
We have been at it all day.
We woke up at 2 o'clock.
Woke up at 2.
Boot tracks
Yeah.
right here, and them ain't on.
Yeah.
You called him, boy. Daggone, he's a beauty, isn't he?
He's got a swinger on him, son.
Does he have a
When he was
good beard
walking,
on him?
I said, goodness, boy, that sucker's got a goatee on him, won't wait.
He broke out, and he's an old one.
He is an old one, ain't he?
Look at him.
Look how thick him are.
Thick. Wore off.
Daggone, man. What a turkey. Congratulations, E.
Yeah.
It's a great
Thank
hunt,
you,
man.
boys. Oh, man,
He
I
looks
appreciate-
heavy. Is he heavy?
Yeah, he looked like a brute.
Look at the
coming down.
breast on him.
Uh-oh, he squirted one out. Oh, he's a heavy turkey.
Look how big he is. I could tell he had a heavy breast on him. Oh, man, he's close. He's probably 20, 21, something like that.
He's dad.
Look
He
at
had
this
his women, and
on
he
him.
just trailing behind him.
Hey, boy.
Thank you.
Congratulations, man.
Thank
What
you.
a hunt.
Thank you, Dave.
You got it, man.
That was awesome.
We put a day in for him.
Are you kidding me? We said, man, we are snake bit.
The white gobbler curse.
Just got broke.
We said, man.
What a gobbler.
What a day.
Hey,
what a day.
Hawaii, boy.
What a day.
That's one of the hardest days I think I've ever put.
Yeah.
That was a long one.
I think it'll work. I ain't in his way. All right, wave at us, Tanner. Let's see if you in here.
He's the man of the hour. That's the man of the hour.
Things off. Lord have mercy. Oh yeah. Let's pass. I feel like I'm breaking something back here. You hear?
It's a buckle scraping.
Oh. How about that, Tanner? How'd it work for you?
Man, thanks, dude. I left my vest behind because I thought there is no way in heck.
He was shedding weight early this morning, wasn't he?
Yeah.
By the end of this day, I've used about every camera battery I got, boy.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a long one.
It's gonna be a long one.
Lonesome Dove.
That's a mini series.
Yeah.
Is that rock a move?
This one?
Yeah.
That one might need to move.
No.
Yeah, it moved. It grew. It moved.
There we go.
Let me move these rocks so y'all can see that turkey. How about that? I think that's got him. Oh, he's a pretty one. Long day there, Sleazy.
One of my longest.
We put the hours in today.
All day. We said we wasn't gonna leave till it was dark or it happened.
I said, if they're gonna beat us, they're gonna beat us good. Let me tell you something. They's putting some licks on the chin, pretty square.
Yeah, I said we got to take our lumps. They gave them to us.
Golly, we got beat so bad today. And yesterday, Lord have mercy.
Normal fella probably would have threw in the towel, I believe.
I tell you what, I was about there.
Yeah, even us. Hell, it
As
always
hard-headed as we are.
Yeah, it always helps when you hunt with these youngsters, because they'll keep pushing you or pulling you.
Yeah.
Whichever way you want
I don't know about
to
that.
look at it.
I have to borrow your lighter, Sleazy.
Yep. I ain't got no lighter.
Oh God, we gotta get this thing cranking.
Oh man.
Keep her going,
If we can
boy.
just get one of them lit.
Yeah.
Look at that lighter.
That was a heck of a gift. Uh-oh.
Lost it.
There, oh. Must have just had to get the juice flowing there.
I'm gonna enjoy this one, boy.
God. Hey. You probably
About 9,000 feet.
I got view behind this, boy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the highest gobbler I've killed in my life.
9,000 feet worth of elevation. Killing gobblers in the middle of the ocean. That's crazy, ain't it?
All right, here's another question for you. When do you load your gun when you're going turkey hunting? Now, through the years, I've had to take hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, outdoor customers, people in the business, outdoor riders. I was always amazed when some of them would like walk out the cabin door, boom, load that gun. Man, don't load your gun while you're in a vehicle, getting in or getting out. Wait till you're out of the vehicle and you're in the woods. If that noise right there spooks the turkey, you park too close. Back up a little bit. Here's the deal. Don't ever make somebody ask, is your gun open? Is your gun loaded? Leave the chamber open, leave it broke down so they ain't got to ask. That's a simple thing, and I tell you what, empty gun can't go off, so don't load your gun till you're in the turkey woods.
Sometimes I wonder chasing thunder.
I've been involved with the National Wild Turkey Federation for about 20 years now. Something that's very special to me is a program they have called Willing Sportsmen. That's actually what got me involved with the National Wild Turkey Federation. I was asked to help guide one of the hunters years ago.
Said he had 800 hogs.
Sit still for a certain amount of time and then move.
That's a pitiful thing, man.
Like it's frozen up.
Yeah, mine get that way too.
Move around a little while and it loosens up.
After that first hunt, I've been hooked ever since. I realized then it's a lot better to give than to receive. Johnny Horton, a buddy of mine now, he was on that first hunt, and he's been on every hunt, I think, ever since that. And we've become really close. I consider him one of my best friends. In 2019, we had our hunt just like we usually do, and I was hunting with Johnny, and we were going to hunt on my farm. And I have a food plot in an old barn that's made into a blind. And these birds have been coming pretty much every morning, every evening as they come off roost and go to roost and hit this food plot. We go there open in the morning, and sure enough, the birds are where I thought they would be, gobbled, but they went in a different direction. Johnny kind of started feeling a little sick, so we had to actually pack up early and leave. We thought our hunt was over. But a few hours later, Johnny called me and said, "Buddy, I feel better. Is it all right if we go back?" And of course, yeah, let's go. So we got in the blind a little after lunch. Thought we'd have to sit there till about roost time, but right off the bat, we had a hen start yelping. I started yelping back and forwards with her. Every time I call, she calls. Next thing we know, straight in front of us, here she comes with a bunch of hens behind.
All right, I'm here with Johnny Horton, my buddy. We're here on our 2019 Willing Sportsman hunt. We just set up for an evening hunt. We've got a hen out there yelping, probably 400 or 500 yards. I'm gonna hit her with this old batwing 2 and a walnut glass. Hopefully we can get her talking. They'll come through here and hit this food plot before they go to roost. What do you think?
Sounds like a good plan to me, my friend.
All right, let's try it. Oh yeah, she likes that.
They get out in the field, carrying on, fighting each other. She's strutting, just some pretty cool action. And silently, we look to her right, and here comes a couple of longbeards into the field. And they were super close, moving a lot. And Johnny has to stay pretty stationary. The bird has to walk right in front of the barrel, so it kind of makes it tough. And these birds end up going to her left, and we had the decoys to her right. So we thought they were going to be gone for good. And just a few minutes later, here they come walking right back to the right, walked right in front of his barrel. Johnny placed a perfect shot on him.
Brother.
Oh my. Was that something?
Oh man.
That was awesome.
Give me about an hour to calm down, please.
Praise the Lord. Ended up being Johnny's first double beard, and the hunt couldn't ask for a better hunt. 2020 was a little different. We had the coronavirus we had to deal with. and ended up we couldn't have an official Wheeling Sportsman hunt. And Johnny and I just thought, well, that we're not going to get to hunt together this year. A few weeks in the season, Johnny ended up calling me and said, Bud, I've got an idea. Got a bird coming through the field right here at my house.
Just made it here to Johnny's. Let's get up here and see what he's doing. I have to come up here because the whole COVID deal, we got to practice social distancing, so I can't be in the vehicle with him or in the blind with him. So what we end up doing is his dad gets him ready and I walk with him up here. We have a blind set up there in that valley. These birds are going from that woods coming down and feeding, and Johnny's been keeping an eye on them. So they were here yesterday midday, so we're going to go up there. I'm going to be in one blind, Johnny will be in another, and see if we can't get this bird. We are all set up, tucked in here. I've got Johnny and that blind, and I'm over here in this blind, but that way we can keep social distancing. I have the decoys set up out there. Got them about 25, 28 yards. Wonderful setup. We're in a little saddle, a little open field. It's a saddle in between two hardwood ridges. Scratching and stuff, turkey sign everywhere here. There was a lone hen out here when we come in. It's good, it's a beautiful day, so hopefully that old long beard he seen yesterday will come in.
Bird started gobbling up on the ridge. I started working him. He was answering about every call. I finally shut it down. He quit gobbling. We're sitting just patiently waiting. Next thing we know, we hear the bird behind us, right on top of us.
Get him if you want.
Johnny shot him and the bird actually run off. And at first I thought it was a bad shot. I jumped out of the blind, was going to put a finishing shot on him, but by the time I got the bird, he was dead. He died right off the screen, and just ended up being a great hunt, a hunt that we wasn't expecting to be able to do for 2020. But thank God we were able to hunt.
We just watched a hunt with Patrick and Johnny that should be an inspiration to anyone that's watching this show. You know, I look back and I reflect back on this show and this episode, and I think about Johnny and his life and the life that he had before he was injured. You see, Johnny was a normal person. He walked just as normal as I do. And not only did Johnny walk just normal as I do, I mean, you're talking about a man that rode dirt bikes. I'm talking about jumping 100 foot in the air on dirt bikes. He was a pure all-out just daredevil, so to speak. And in the blizzard of 93, if you're from North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, you know about the blizzard of 93. Everybody talks about it. Well, he was doing backflips off of a stump and landed on his neck. And we see where Johnny is at today. But you know, Johnny didn't let that get him down. He is sort of the epitome of scripture of Philippians 4:13, where the Bible tells us that we can do all things through Christ which strengthens us. You know, Johnny finds strength and love in the Lord, and we're thankful for that. No matter how much life gets you down, no matter what life throws at you, remember God's always in control. And no matter how much you get down, you can always look to Him for leadership and guidance. And He's always there to pick you up.
You know, here at Mossy Oak, our passion for turkey hunting has been in our blood for a long, long time. And that deep-seated passion watered the roots for our very first camouflage over 30 years ago. And that passion is still growing today with our National Wild Turkey Federation Obsession Pattern, which in our opinion is as close as you can get to disappearing in the spring woods. Mossy Oak Obsession, the official camouflage of the National Wild Turkey Federation.
Harlan bow hunter. Man, every time I say that, I have to grin because, like I said, you know, I made that a passion of mine when I was a younger man to try to kill a turkey with a bow and arrow. And I ended up kind of dazed and confused. I finally got it done. Well, they got a lot more equipment now. They got smarter guys, better decoys and all that. But still, chasing them with a bow, hats off, fellas. Check it out.
Boy, they're just a bunch of them. They're all looking over here like, what are we? Birds are flying up. Group we just saw over there, so hopefully they'll read the script in the morning. But pretty cool to see. There's a bunch of them.
Second day of Kansas archery turkey season. Didn't hunt yesterday. Derek drove down and we put a pretty good sized group of birds to bed. And where they're at, there's not a whole lot of great cover to set up. So there's actually, I have an old haystack there and push some bales up. And we're gonna try to make it work. There won't be anything over our heads to shade us in there, but we'll have at least a backdrop.
Oh dang, I can see some turkeys finally. Sweet. They're right over here, it sounds like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, come two right here. Right here. Those are strutters, those are toms. Okay. Oh, the left one. One morning, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm still shaking a little bit.
After filling my tag, it was time to focus on getting Derek a bird. We were going to head to a different farm in the morning and set up in a spot where I've had a lot of luck in years past.
Sounds like they're on the field over here. The hen started talking. He's in the middle of the field. He's in the field. Get one more. He comes running. Thanks, buddy. Oh my gosh. What a great morning, man. He came running in. Oh, that was so awesome. What a morning. We had gobblers like all around us all morning. First turkey this year, man. Got both my boys a turkey, and one of my good friends, Cheyenne, his boy is first Kansas bird ever, first turkey ever, and it's the first chance I've got to hunt this year. Trent, being the good friend that he is, and got me on one.
It's always a little bittersweet when the hunt goes as planned. We had 2 incredible textbook hunts. The season came and went in the blink of an eye. I'm already looking forward to next spring. There aren't too many things better than getting out turkey hunting on a calm, crisp morning with great friends and watching the woods come alive.
Good Lord, no wonder I can't find any sheds. There's 2 racked bucks down there. Yeah.
All right, coming up, we're back with Logan Cook. You know, he's the punter for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he's about that tall. He's a big old boy, and he's really good. I actually went down there and watched him play, and he got the quarterback a little bit in that game, and he also kicked off, but technically he's their punter. But let me tell you what he likes. He loves to hunt. He's a big bow hunter, but his passion is chasing wild turkeys. And if you don't believe me, check this out.
Me, Charlie. Get up. Charlie. Get in the truck. Mom, you ready?
Yeah.
Where we headed?
Mississippi.
It is the Mississippi opener tomorrow. It's March 14th today. And we were getting in the truck, headed home. I ain't missed opening day and probably never, so ain't no need to start now. Got about an 8-hour drive ahead of us. She'll sleep 99% of the way. They'll sleep 0% of the way.
Dust off my boots, work a 10-hour shift. I'm clocking out, getting off soon. Cause I'm the kind of southern man, if you can't understand, that goes fishing every afternoon. And I'm always stressing cause this cold corporate world keeps on pressing all these problems that I can't stand on me. So I throw out a line, kick back, unwind, and I finally think that I'm at peace. Cause I got a good looking home cooking girl I come home to at the end of a long hard day. Who I kiss, I hug, and I hold, and I never let go. Cause she said everything is okay. So I wake up in the morning at the
Well, 8 hours later, finally, let's go roast the turkey. It's been a minute since I've done that. I got choked up.
Did you get anything?
Oh, no, I don't think. I heard a cow. I had a cow answer me.
Okay.
I just not be gobbling. We trying. Good news is opening day is tomorrow. We're going turkey hunting. And we're carrying a gun.
Are you happy to be back in Mississippi?
I'm super happy. I feel like I'm a little kid again. It's like walking in Disney World. The fact that we're hooting at a turkey, or we think a turkey's in here, and trying to get him to gobble to go kill him tomorrow is just, it's awesome. Morning, sweet pea.
Good morning.
You ready to roll?
Yeah.
Oh. To a long, long, long 60-something days, something like that. We'll catch y'all. We just slipped in here. We got on the bottom side. These turkeys kind of on a pine ridge on the road. We slipped around the back side of them, had to get on the blacktop. And Mink's sitting right here waiting for him. But it sounds like a whole flock of turkeys up here. Could be some jakes in there too, some hens, God, whatever. So I'm gonna get up here and try to really make these hens mad or something, get them fired up. We're just gonna hang tight. These turkeys have a tendency in the past to roost up on that ridge and feed down this hardwood bottom and hang out. So we can't see far, but we think this is where they're headed. You might be put more behind us. Do you have any shooting lanes? Can you not kill him right there?
No, baby.
Huh?
No.
I don't know if y'all could see him or not, but those hens came, right through this opening how we wanted them to. They come right by us. How close were they to you? 10 feet. They come right beside us, yelping and butting and stuff, clucking and stuff. And they went on past us calling, perfect scenario. And then the gobblers, I think I saw 2. For sure 1. He was, looked like he was coming the same trail, and just like turkeys do, skirted us around the edge, and we could see him good, but there's just some saplings that are a little bit big, and, I might would have let it fly, but I probably would have missed him. But we're gonna be back in here. Ming said she takes smart shots. Hey, that was pretty cool in here.
Yeah, really cool.
I don't know if y'all can see any of it, but I'm gonna try to keep him to gobble again and see where he's at. At least we know we got one to hunt. That's a bunch of them. That was this way. Those other gobblers went that way. Jakes are still out there clucking. You can't ask for more fun on it than that. We slipped in here. This part wasn't on camera, but when we got in here, I was about to start calling, and someone shot right on the neighbors where one of these birds roosted. So we were kind of like, our morale went down a little bit. But we stayed here. We stayed positive. My hair started cutting, and got one answer. Close. The hens started yelping. We sat down. 2 minutes, the hens were in here, and they did their little thing. But the fact that we're sitting here in the hardwoods, just calling a turkey, listening to them gobble, and watching them strutting and doing their thing, it's the best time of the year. But we still got time today. Proud of you. You sat still.
Sorry.
Yeah, quick.
Uncross one of the built bar. You want one? I got it for you.
You can have it.
No, I want it. I wanted it.
I gotta go fish.
got hot. The bird, we had a goblin and kind of shut up, and I think he's still henned up. He never moved the whole time, so.
Tired.
Is that a wrap?
Whooped.
Whooped.
Do I look it?
You look a little whooped. Well, it's day 3. We got blessed this morning because it was supposed to be. I mean, hail, hard rain, thunderstorms, all sorts of stuff, and tornadoes. But now it's not supposed to start till 12, so it's still real windy and pretty humid and cloudy and stuff. But the fact that we can come out here and hunt without getting wet is huge. But we got the same turkeys yesterday. Afternoon, not much really happened. They gobbled, shut up, that kind of deal. Bunch of hens and jakes in there, the same flock, it sounded like. So I think we got a good plan this morning on what we can wrap the backside of where they're roosted, if they're roosted in the same spot. And if they're not, we'll probably bust them off the limb. So let's get at it.
We just got our first gobble. He was probably 250 yards that way. I couldn't tell if he's on the ground or not. Try to hear him go. There he was. Let's go get in the game. This turkey's just gobbled one more time. First time he's gobbled in about 10 minutes. But there's a big row of big pines right here. He's gobbled again. So I want to make sure I don't do what I did yesterday and spook the hens out of the tree. They stayed in the tree for a while yesterday. Probably because of the rain, but I don't want to do that again. Alright, let's go. He's moving away from us. Just tiptoeing our way up this little ridge. I think he's at the very top of it. Could have been a different turkey. Or he's moving on down that backside of the ridge. I've been calling to him a lot the past couple of days, so I don't want to call to him until I'm right inside his wheelhouse. This turkey's hammering up there. Where we're at, I don't really want to try to get up there with him. Because I think we might get bumped. You'll definitely hear us coming through there, so I really think this is there. I think this there, he's been hanging out in here today. Looks like there's some jakes with him. I hope the whole flock ain't jakes. But I think one of them seems to have a long drawn out gobble. Also, I have no idea. This thermos is about to kill me. I have no idea if that means anything, but I think it does. There's turkey feather in here. This is where I've been here near the afternoon, so I think eventually he's gonna come down here. Oh my gosh. Dude. You've given us some fits, son. Man, that's awesome. That is so cool. Oh man. Oh, I gotta take a second. Y'all. We have been on this turkey for some kind of long time. First of all, that's why I carry 3 shells and don't shoot a single shot. I didn't miss him. I hit him decently through all the crap I had to shoot through. I don't even know if it was on video or not, but he was so close. You heard him gobble. He was so dang close. That when he gobbled, man, every time he gobbled, you jump a little bit. But, oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. That was so cool. We have been on this turkey for 3 days. Hard. Yesterday in the rain. Look at him, man. Pretty turkey. In the rain yesterday. It's starting to rain now again. We got tornadoes and stuff coming today. And we have been on this turkey for so long. Oh, today, he was gobbling up on this ridge like you saw it play out. And he just sat there and sat there. We thought about it. We said, we probably need to ease up there closer to him and get because he hadn't been responding to calls very well, but obviously he got rid of his hens today. And I saw a turkey feather. And I told y'all, I saw a little wing feather right here.
I got to move, and I said, well, I think that's God's way of telling me not to move. Thank you, Lord. Don't you move, buddy. That was so cool. Man. Oh, man. Lord, thank you for this hunt. Thank you for blessing us with a beautiful morning, Lord. No rain till now, and Lord, just thank you for the wild turkey and everything it means to us. Thank you for your son, Jesus Christ. Thank you for giving us this blessing to be able to hunt. Amen. That was so cool. Oh, man, I'm shook up. The day that I stopped getting shook up, I quit hunting y'all, buddy. Golly.
I'm a running gun from the break of the sun. Gotta cut them off and get in front. I can't sit in a trance. I take the chance till I find one that wants to dance, son.
The word obsession encompasses the mindset of everyone at Mossy Oak. We obsess over hiding from, chasing, and conserving the critters we pursue. In this episode, we follow Will Primos and Cuz Strickland as they reunite on the 30th anniversary of the Truth series and talk about their obsession with the wild turkey. This is The Obsessed.
The journey of a turkey hunter in the Deep South is an interesting path. But 30 years ago this spring, Cuz and I set out to video turkeys and make a videotape on what we love so much. At the end of the season, we sat down talking about the footage, talking about the hunts, and we looked at each other and said, what are we going to call this thing? And Cuz said, I don't know, all I know is it's the truth. I said, that's it. We're going to call it the truth. But it was asked of me one time, am I as obsessed or as passionate about it as I was those many, many years ago? And the answer is I have more of an appreciation for the world of the wild turkey than I ever thought possible. But I do love it. I do love sharing it with people who love it. Let's go find one.
Over 30 years ago, Will Primos and I set out to make a video on our obsession, turkey hunting. What started as a simple video with a few turkey hunts turned into a series that captured an entire generation of turkey hunters and one of the most well-known brands in the outdoor industry. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the original Truth video, so we invited Will on a turkey hunt that brought him back to the beginning.
I don't know what year it was, but it was the early 80s. It may have been 84, it may have been 83, but the National Wild Turkey Federation had their national convention in New Orleans. And I'm there with my little 10-foot booth and selling calls and trying to grow the brand and try to figure this out. Can I ever one day really make a living doing this? And there was a guy there that had bought a little home video camera. He had called up a turkey in Alabama. I'm trying to think, how do I promote Primos? How do I tell people I got these calls that I think are great and I want you to try them? And how do you get them to, buy them? You can only give so many away. And I don't have any money to advertise. And he was a couple of booths down from me, and he just was there for fun. And he was showing that video over and over and over. And everybody in that show was standing in front of his booth at one time or another. I went, that's what I can do. But somewhere along the way, in there, I met you at Rex, or you called me or something about that audio cassette. We had to try to tell the story of what it really felt like to sit down,
to set to a turkey and yelp to him and get him to come up there looking for you and gobble it in your face.
Hello, I'm Will with Primos. That small piece of footage you just saw is just a sampling of what you're going to see on this video. This past spring, we took video gear into the woods nearly every day, both before, during, and after the season. If you're a veteran turkey hunter or just a beginner, you know how hard it can be to get that turkey into shotgun range. Add 1 or 2 extra people and about 80 pounds of camera and microphone equipment, and you can just imagine some of the problems that can occur. Coming up, we have many exciting hunts to show you. But before we do, I'd like to introduce to you a good friend, great hunter, and a wonderful cameraman. This is Cuz Strickland. Ronnie, let's tell everybody about how hard it was to get some of this footage.
Well, you covered it first. You said it took a lot of luck. That's what it was.
Never dreamed it would be where it would end up today, but again, we weren't. Passion trumps everything. If you're that fired up about it, you'll figure those things out. But the fact that y'all had that kind of vision back then, and we just went and recorded what was going on.
I don't remember who said it. It was somebody that was well known in the business world, and he said, you can question somebody's knowledge, you can question a lot of things about them, but don't underestimate their passion.
Well, Ronnie, we got a bunch of hunts to show when we say let's get started. All these hunts are exactly as they happen. There's no fancy edits, there's no stage scene.
Y'all go down, I'll stay up here. Good idea. Coming up the hill right in my gun. Okay. There's another one behind him to the right. You see him? You see them both. They're right together. They're one behind the other. You got him.
Cuz you yelped us up a turkey. "30 years ago, we were doing the same thing."
You a turkey killing machine.
You're a turkey yelping machine.
Hey, I learned from the master.
Oh, man.
Hey, I love you, brother.
I love you too, brother.
I love you being here.
I love you, brother.
Ooh, he ain't no 2-year-old
He
either.
ain't no 2-year-old either.
How many of them was it?
Two.
Two.
Two big, long.
They took their time, didn't they?
I'm sitting by the tree and I'm going, yeah, if it's just me, I'd be up there. I'm glad it wasn't just me.
If you'd have been up there, it would have been just you. Hey. It has been an incredible ride.
It sure has.
I'm so thankful every day I met you and Toxie. And
The strongest comment is the people, and I don't know how many it's been, but it has been many. They walk up to me and they go, I just want to say thank you. I want to thank you because I didn't have a daddy. It's just amazing. We didn't set out to try to do something like that.
Who knew? That's all I can think is who knew it would become a cult. So, well, the good news is it's all downhill from here.
Sure is.
It was all uphill from here. I love you, brother.
I love you, brother.
I can't tell you how much I enjoy it.
I've heard people talk about being obsessed about something. And there's some personalities out there that, like mine, they get on to something and they're gonna figure it out and give it their all. And I've tried to understand it, I've tried to figure it out. But as far as turkey hunting goes and being obsessed, I'll explain it to you this way. My friend Brad Ferris and I were hunting one time, and he knew that I was overly stressed out. I was in debt for many tens of millions of dollars. And we sat down to a turkey that morning. I wasn't gonna go, Brad made me go. And we sat down to a turkey. And I waited till he flew down. And I started talking to him. And that turkey came. And all of a sudden, it was over. And all of a sudden I realized I felt better. That moment, while I was engaged with that turkey, my mind was not thinking about anything else. It wasn't thinking about debt. It wasn't thinking about cutting the loan. It wasn't thinking about going to the dentist. It wasn't thinking about anything else. I was focused. And I sat there, I told that to Brad. And I said, thank you for making me come. So being obsessed is being so passionate about something that when you're involved in it, your mind doesn't think about anything else. I'm Will Primos, and I am obsessed.
You know, here at Mossy Oak, our passion for turkey hunting has been in our blood for a long, long time. And that deep-seated passion watered the roots for our very first camouflage over 30 years ago. And that passion is still growing today with our National Wild Turkey Federation obsession pattern, which in our opinion is as close as you can get to disappearing in the spring woods. Mossy Oak Obsession, the official camouflage of the National Wild Turkey Federation.
Rope-a-dope right there, so look at that thing, boy.
First morning in Indiana, we found a bird.
Running down from the gut.
Everybody, welcome back to this week's show. I'm Mike Chambliss, and we got Justin Day up first. We got a bird we call Booner. Then we're going to head to northwest Oklahoma with Eric Richards and his boy Kaysen. They kill a great Super Jake. Can't wait for you to see it.
State number 2 here in Tennessee. Me and Joe come to a new spot this morning. We hunted my farm yesterday. Had some birds roosted 60, 70 yards. They flew down went the other direction, so we went home, took a nap. We was gonna go back to my farm and get back on those birds. I ended up getting a phone call. The landowner had passed away, so we couldn't go back there. So we sat behind my house for a little while. You couldn't buy a turkey back. We didn't hear or see nothing. We got 2 or 3 right here across the field from us gobbling, so we're gonna sit here for a minute and see if we can't get them to come over here. Y'all stay with us.
believe that happened? He did what he's supposed to do.
He come a long way to die. How far is that corner? 200 yards?
200.
biggest turkey I ever killed, I think. Close to it. Oh, yeah. Look at him. Oh my God, he's heavy. Ivory, black tip, and long. Dude, this thing weighs, he's over 25 pounds.
That's awesome.
I'm telling you, I think it's the biggest turkey I ever killed. I probably had the worst opening day that I've ever had. We hunted my farm, had some birds roosted 60, 75 yards from us. They pitched down, went the other way. That's ordinary. I wasn't upset about that. But we left to go home, eat a sandwich, got dressed, and was headed back to my farm. And I found out that the landowner had passed away, and that we wasn't allowed back over there. So that kind of put a hinder in our plans. We went behind my house yesterday afternoon, and you couldn't even buy a turkey. I didn't hear anything, didn't see nothing. So then I'm on the phone, like just trying to find a place to go this morning. I was hoping that me and Joe could double, and I hunted this place last year. Me and Josh come out here. I had 4 birds come in at 13 yards. I couldn't get a shot because of the camera. I had to push the camera over to shoot one of them, but I'm glad I didn't, because it just paid off today.
Hey Brian, what's going on?
Good to see you, Mike.
Great to see you. You got my order?
Absolutely, guys. Got to pull it for you earlier. Where are you hunting at?
I'm gonna be in Southeast Ohio.
Man, I hope you guys kill some great birds.
Thank you so much. Get all your hunting needs at mikesarchery.com.
All right, so we've made it to Oklahoma. We've seen 2 sets of birds already this evening, and we're just kind of looking to see if we can tell which way they're going. Both sets of birds were right across the county road from the property we've got. So we're just kind of watching and trying to see if we can see them cross the road. We're kind of hoping they roost right over in there, but we'll find out soon enough.
So we had some gobblers out here this morning. They flew down. One flew down about 55, 60 yards away. A little too far for Cason's 410. Barely
Bye-bye. He gone.
He gone.
I don't even have to step on him. He's gone. So he came running down that hill, and he came up through here. And then I couldn't shoot him the first time. He came all the way around us, went all the way up that little hill, and further about 150 yards.
Yeah, and we didn't have the decoys out then, because when we got here, we're basically 40 yards from where they're roosting at, trying to get in here close because they keep flying across the road trying to get Cason's last turkey in western Oklahoma.
We got it.
And when the Jake come, at first we thought it was a gobbler, like he said, when they come down this hill. And then we noticed it was that.
He didn't even have any blue on his head. It was just all red.
Yeah, and we noticed that it was the same super Jake from the other day that beat up on the decoy for 45 minutes. So when he got around behind us and got about 100 yards away, I ran out here and put out a couple decoys and started calling with the Woodhaven mouth call and the Spur brand anodized aluminum. And the aluminum call really made him pick up and start gobbling again. And then this Jake come 10 foot from us and walked beside us and come up here and started beating up on the decoy again. And Cason said that he'd just rather go ahead and take him.
He wanted to die. I mean, I had to do it for him.
He kept coming back, didn't he? So, hope y'all enjoy the show and love the footage. We've had a great time here in western Oklahoma. I guess we're gonna head to East Oklahoma and try to get an Eastern apiece before we head back to Georgia.
I hope y'all like this week's show. We're going to join Eric Richards next week with his daughter Tinsley in Georgia and his son Cason in southeast Oklahoma. So typically during turkey season, I work a lot with Ian. We kind of hunt together quite a bit. This year was a little different. I went out and I did a little more hunting on my own, which meant I had to do my own scouting on a few of our farms. And leading up to this, I also worked on my calling so that I could be a little more proficient. Because usually I have a little bit of help from Ian in that department. So with all that happening, it brought up a couple of little challenges, some obstacles that I had to learn my way around through this turkey season. So we're out here today. Turkey season's just opening up. We're on one of our tried and true farms. I'm gonna do a little scouting before we head out next week. This year things are a little bit different. Me and Ian kind of divided up a few people that were each taken out and kind of guiding for, so we're gonna try and find some birds tonight and see if we can't pin them down to make a move on them in a week or so. one of my biggest motivations this year for scouting ahead and finding turkeys is my wife wanted to get out for her first turkey hunt. Opening season just so happened to land on her birthday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go, but Ian was awesome and nice enough to take her out, and I actually got to double on opening day, which was pretty awesome for me because that meant I could spend a little more time looking for my own turkey to hunt and spend a little more time on myself.
Alright, well, it's opening day of Iowa shotgun season here for turkeys. We shall see. We're gonna hold tight. It is cold, about a little over 20 degrees. The wind chill about 10. So, not ideal turkey hunting conditions, but we're gonna hold tight and try to stay warm.
Girl, we just doubled. Boom. So with this being my first year flying solo, I decided my best bet was to go to my tried and true spots. And on one of them, on one particular farm, there's a creek that comes through a bottom. It's right on a field edge. And we've had luck there before, taking a few birds off of it, and it just seems to always produce.
Good weathered hooks. He's a solid bird for sure.
So after a few more hunts, it wound up being a little frustrating for me. I decided my best bet was to get a hold of Ian, because for whatever reason, me and him have always had luck. So I called him up, said, hey man, we got to get out and do some turkey hunting, and decided we weren't going to leave the woods until one of us came back with a turkey. So we decided to hunt the farm where Ian and Danica doubled up earlier in the season, and Ian had plenty of time. He'd been out there scouting, and there was a few birds that just about like clockwork came out every evening into the same cattle pasture. So we went up, decided to set up on the edge of the timber overlooking a pasture where we'd seen these birds before. We decided to do that because one of the best pieces of advice I've gotten is set up where the birds want to be. We'd seen birds out there plenty, so we decided to set up hoping the birds would come out feeding and eventually come into range for one of us to get a shot at them.
So it's Tuesday, May 12th. I got lucky enough to get the day off work. So, coming into the very last week of the season, fingers crossed we can make this pay off and have a bird on the ground.
So as we were sitting in the blind, we heard some birds behind us. And a little while after we heard those birds, we heard a commotion over to the right side of the blind. Ian was able to kind of turn and peek out the edge of the blind, and sure enough, there was a gobbler full strut within range, but where the bird was at, I wasn't able to turn and shoot, being a right-handed shooter. So as we're watching this bird, he's acting like he wants to come in front of us, but he just wouldn't commit. And it kind of came down to a decision-making time, and I decided my best bet was to try and drop down to my left knee and try and take a shot at him with my left hand.
Just yourself. Put the barrel right here. Keep shooting him, cheek. Turn your butt. Is he looking? Yes. Okay, now. Dude, smoked him. Oh. There, yes. He came out quick, dude. Dude. You know what the best part of that is? What? I went lefty. I know you did. Say what? I've never shot an animal with my left hand ever. Switch-handed, bud. Holy crap. Dude, you heard that too. I heard it was, and I was like, did you hear that? You heard it too. And I look and I just see, buckle up. Man. We got it. Yeah, 2 today, dude. 2 today. I got one good day. Great. First Iowa bird with a bow. Yeah, first Iowa bird. Your first left-handed. First animal left-handed. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh.
So it felt good to finally end the season with a great bird. Next season, I'm going to try the same thing and go out with the knowledge that I've learned through this season. But you can guarantee if I don't have much success, I'm going to call Ian and the dream team will head out and do what we do best. This is the third tom that we saw. We had 2 others come out before him. They just didn't want to quite commit and come into our range, and so we sat and waited and heard a few gobble around us, and this guy came out. I couldn't see him at first. Ian kept telling me he was right there in range, and it took him a minute to come around the corner of the blind where I could see him. Switched it up for a left-handed shot, which is first for me. So, I mean, it all worked out pretty good. He came in about a 40-yard shot, and that Federal just folded him.
Cut loose and let that Federal eat, man, it just dropped that turkey. Just quicker and I'll get out. Crazy, it's awesome.
Well, how's that for another Mossy Oak turkey season live Monday night? Can you believe it's all free? Now look, if your buddy can't understand how to get the Mossy Oak GO app, go and tell him or grab his phone and do it. It takes 15 seconds. I was able to do it. Anybody can do it. Hey, it doesn't cost anything. It's free. It'll take you through them bad stormy days during turkey season. You can download it and look at it whenever you want to. Next Monday night, we're going to be right back here with more great video. Mossy Oak Turkey Season Live. Only on the Mossy Oak GO app, Monday night.